Hi, good afternoon. What we're going to look at here is the creation of a simple page in the Azure Live white label system. You will have a username and a password. You go to azurelive.org/WL_admin, and into this field you go ahead and you put your username and password, which will have been provided by us. Having done that, you get a very simple message there. We are going to create a page at this point. Actually, I'll show you how this website that we're going to be using as an example works. This is the website there. Sorry, it took us a little bit of time to get in there. But this is the website here. As you can see, the home page simply has a little Hello World message on it. I've put a couple of other menu items up at the top here, but for the moment we're just going to concentrate on the home page and putting some content in there. So on the menu here we hit pages, and down here we get a list of all the pages. It is the index page that we want to edit. Were we creating a new page, we'd simply do it there. It's exactly the same process really, but it's the index page that we're creating. So we go ahead and edit it. This is the name of the page. You don't put a file extension, our system deals with that by itself. This is your title tag, very important for search engines and so on. In here, again, you put the description of the page, less important for search engines, but very important for your own clients who find the site and so on. In here, keywords can, osmosis, accommodation, apartment, rentals. Anybody doing this will be fairly well versed in keywords and so on and so forth. If you want to put anything else into their head, any JavaScript or anything like that, you can put into here. We have got some predefined headers and footers. You can define headers and footers there. That's not within the scope of this little tutorial, but in this case we've only got one main footer and one main header. This is the includes of all the CSS and external JavaScript files that you may need. Again, you can include them there in the styles and the JavaScript sections. Again, beyond the scope of this, all we're going to do here is create a very simple page. Now here we've got a WYSIWYG editor. As we saw over here, all we've got is Hello World. So what we're going to put in here is we're going to dump some content in here. Alternatively, you can click the HTML box and you can write HTML or paste HTML directly into there as you prefer, whatever your preferred method is. The final method is you can simply include a file there. That's quite useful if you're going to do a lot of updates and so on and so forth, and you simply want to work directly on the server or something. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to put some content that I've created earlier into here. We'll copy it in there, simply paste it there. We can do a bit of formatting. We'll make that bold and perhaps put an exclamation point on there. Perhaps we should bold that, bold a few other things as well. What else can we do here? That's about it, I guess. You've got all HTML capability should you want to go through and look at that, and that's where you can really get into some major detail. You can throw tables in there, you can do whatever you want within there. We're just looking at it very, very simply at the moment. Likewise with the WYSIWYG editor, you've got the ability to add images, anchors, to format anything you want to format, change fonts, so on and so forth. But we're just going to leave it very, very basic at the moment, and you simply hit update when you're done. You go back to your main page. We go and we update that, and here we see the content arriving in there. So it's basically as simple as that. For some reason this hasn't really become bolded. We'd have to go back and look at our style sheets. However, that is the very basic premise of creating and updating a page within our content management system. And we invite you to go in there, have a look around, have a little play with it and see what you can do. Thanks and good afternoon.